All right, so I know that there are so many traders out there, or people that are interested in wanting to start trading futures specifically. And the number one question that boggles the minds of most individuals is trying to figure out where should they actually start to kind of, get into the markets, or at least start to educate themselves on a system that works. Okay, trying to find out specifically which trading platform they should use, possibly what broker, particular strategies, a number of questions that so many traders have on a daily basis. They're scouring the internet, trying to find all this information, and it's good to do that because you can actually sit there and, take a pen and pad and write things down. But is everything going to work that you see on the internet? All right, because I've been there, I know it. I've spent years trying to perfect the way that I trade and the strategy and how I trade and the system itself. But you've got to first and foremost figure out is, and I know you right from the beginning, you may not say, you may not know if trading is going to work out for you or not. Trust me. But you have to in life find something that you're passionate about first, and then that's going to take you down, the rabbit hole or the path that allows you to start digging deeper to figure out, is it something that you really want to do or not? Okay. And I'll say this before I really get started. Number one thing I want people to really understand is don't go in throwing a bunch of money into trading right out the gate. Even if you have tens of thousands of dollars that you can actually invest or start a live account with, please don't do this. I recommend when you are ready to start getting your feet wet and start trading live, either take just a couple $100, which you can do so, and I'll explain how. But if you really saved up, say $1,000, I wouldn't put more into it than just that to test the waters at first. I know a lot of you out there are probably trying to pass prop firm challenges or already have accounts in which you're actually trading in, and that's good. One thing about the prop firms, I will say this, is that I believe they are a good tool to use to test your own self to see how much you know, how well you are at trading a particular strategy, and if that strategy is going to work. You're not going to have a lot of money tied into, a challenge. Okay, once you pass that evaluation, not a lot of money tied into it, because you should know that you can lose a lot of money in the trading if you just throw a bunch of money into a live account. Not knowing what you're doing, you could blow it overnight. So first and foremost, if you really want to learn how to trade futures the right way, and you really are trying to figure out where to actually start at, well, figure this out first, okay? Do you truly have time? And I mean, when I say time, I mean months on end, okay, to really kind of perfect this craft, because that's what it is. It's not going to happen overnight. You can't get into this in 15 days or 2 weeks, or, I'm not saying you can't learn things in 30 days and kind of progress from there, but you're not going to overnight become an overnight success and start making thousands of dollars. I mean, some people may get lucky, all right, and I call that a luck of the draw, and, they may, okay? But you have to perfect this, because one thing about it is the markets are always changing. So as the markets are changing, we have to evolve as people as well. Now, a good rule of thumb that I tell people if they really want to start looking into the markets is, in today's time, is to go with the micro markets, okay? Meaning trading the micro futures to start with first, all right? Because they are less expensive when it comes to margin amounts than, say, for example, the E-minis. There are a lot of expensive markets out there that cost money, a lot more money to trade per contract than the micros. The micros don't pay out a lot, but if you can get your feet wet doing that, then you can work your way up to the bigger markets, okay, or trading more lot sizes. All right, you can switch over from trading micros to the E-minis. But before you actually get started, you need to educate yourself on the components. All right, and what you need to identify is, like, what system are you going to actually trade? All right, meaning what platform are you going to trade off of? What broker, like I said before, are you actually going to trade with? And with that, those things comes the conversation about the dollar amount, as far as how much you're looking to spend as far as fees and things of that nature. So you need to do your homework, because there's so many different platforms you can choose from and so many different brokers. Various ones may cost less and others may cost more. Some may have better features than others. So for me, I've been trading using NinjaTrader since my inception. I haven't moved away from that. I think NinjaTrader, to me, is the number one futures trading platform out there. And even if you do your own homework and research online, you'll find that it pops up number one on Google all the time. They've been around a lot longer than most have. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some very good platforms to use out there, but I believe if you're looking to really dive deep into the future markets and choose a platform that is centered around futures, trading futures, then the trader is the one. They also have their own, in-house brokeraging service as well. So they offer a one-stop shop opportunity for anyone that's looking to start trading futures. Okay. Now, when it comes to other things, as far as fees with the brokers, again, in the trader, they have their own brokerage and services. You want to make sure that you're paying, minimizing your costs. I'll say that when it comes to fees. I talked about on prior videos, my personal preference when it comes to broker, one that I've been using since day one, is AMP Futures. They have great commissions, but you can't use the InterTrader and AMP Futures today because they've severed ties. I'm just grandfathered in. That should show you how long I've been using both of them. I've been using them for many years now, but AMP does offer so many other opportunities when it comes to platforms like Sierra Chart, TradingView, TradeStation, and a list of other platforms you can use. And they are a great broker as well. I mean, everybody's going to have their says or sayings about which broker is better than the other. But you ultimately want to look at what are you being provided a great service from the broker, as well as far as fees as well. You want to minimize that part because it's all about keeping profits in the pocket and not having to expend too much out of. And one of the biggest components to actually trading that is going to allow you to become profitable and be consistent is going to be the strategy. And the issue that I see with a lot of traders out there, I'll say this, is that, and I see even on the Discord community here within our community, and anyone who's interested in joining, the Discord link is down in the description portion of the video. It's free to join. They are hopping from one strategy to the next. They'll give one thing a try for a couple weeks, move on to the next. If you're doing that, all you're doing is making things complex for yourself. Okay. You're not going to be consistent because all you're going to start doing is you learn this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different strategies, and you're going to start mixing things and start confusing yourself up. You need to stick with something that's actually working. All right. And even if you give something 3 or 4 weeks and it's not working, that doesn't mean that it may not work. It may be just because you just don't understand all the ins and outs of that particular strategy. I talk about in detail here on this channel the same strategy over and over. It's trading supply and demand. To me, supply and demand is the cream of the crop. It is the number one strategy out there that I think is most effective across the board. Yes, I'm not saying Fibonacci's and support and resistance strategies don't work, things of that nature. But I believe supply and demand is the most crucial and critical type of strategy that lots of traders need to hone in on, because you are taking the trades where the movement or the momentum has started in the market. Even when there's a shift of momentum where the market may be reversing, you can see what's going on in the charts, and you're just waiting for the market to do retracements. I know by now you probably have seen the market, make its great moves to the upside. If it's trending in one direction, you get a breaker structure, and then the market pulls back to a fabulous area of, say, demand, right? Where you got that great thrust or push to the upside. You can see that with your eye, that with what's going on, what the institutions are really doing. They're making big, powerful moves. They've got to come back. And that's what we're looking for, is that holy grail retracement or pullback to that key area of supply or demand and take our trades on. So what you need to do is find a strategy that works. Yes, you can trade supply and demand. I talk about it here on so many videos here on this channel. It's what made me consistent and profitable in my own personal trading, and has allowed me for many years to be able to build and make a living off of trading futures. Okay, one strategy: supply and demand. Please, if you want to dive deep and learn more about it, please spend some time on the channel and learn about the strategy and how I trade it. It's very simple. All I'm doing is using multi-chart confluence, top-down analysis. You probably heard about that. Marking up a higher base chart, the zone, whether it's supply or demand, and then just moving down to a lower base chart, which allows you to kind of zoom in on that larger demand or supply area and look for an area within that zone to be able to, on a lower base chart, to be able to take a trade from. That's all it is. You can take 2 charts and trade from multi-chart confluence centered around supply and demand. Simple as that. But I go into detail about the strategy. So I'm laying this out to you so that you can understand where and how you can actually get started and becoming successful. If you have, let's say, a minimum of $1,000 today and you're ready to start trading. But let me stop and say this right now. You need to, the biggest educational component that you need to master is market structure. And what is that, you may be asking? All that is understanding the directional flow of the market, looking at order flow, okay, in relation to, is the market making higher highs and higher lows, or has it shifted and started to reverse, meaning making a low, lower, high, breaking structure lower, and then start to reverse to the downside. So where we were once looking for a bullish run going long, now we're looking for when the market shifts to actually start going short. So you maybe were looking for demands when it was making higher highs and higher lows, but now the market has shifted and started breaking structure lower, making lower lows and lower highs. We're looking for supply setups. Learn market structure. It is going to make the difference of everything that you do when it comes to trading within the markets. Be honest with you, it does not matter what strategy, okay? If you learn market structure, that's going to probably help you with pretty much with any particular strategy that you actually trade. But again, I'm centered around and talking about supply and demand. So that's why I discuss it so much here on the channel. Okay, so please spend some time. For anyone that's interested in becoming an elite member, which is where you're getting the nuts and bolts, so I really dive deep into the strategy and the trades that I actually take. That's the biggest thing, is understanding trades, okay? Because the market's always doing something different. If you understand the trades that specifically like I'm taking, and you can take the same type of setups, then guess what? You can become profitable just as well. But I'm not you. I'm not going to say I'm a guarantee. I cannot guarantee anything, because there's so many other components when it comes to actually trading. One of the biggest ones that people really need to grasp is and understand and get under wraps is their own psychology. There's so many psychological factors out there that affect traders, every single day. Okay. And I don't know what you may be affected by. Okay. Fear, greed, FOMO. You have a problem with revenge trading. Whatever it is, you got to work that out, because it's going to stand in the way of you not becoming a successful trader if you continue to just, taking several trades on a day, and you lost your first trade and now you're ready to jump back in and start doing some revenge trading. You're going to blow your account. I talk about here on the channel how to really, as far as proper risk management, how to really protect your capital. Because number one, that's what it's all about in this business, is understanding what you have, the amount you have to trade with, and then understanding how much you're looking to leverage and risk. You do not want to be risking more than you're actually looking to gain out of each trade. Okay, so the elementary things and what you really need to understand and learn is going to be market structure, because it is universal. Doesn't matter what particular instrument or contract you're looking to trade, whether it is the micro ES or the micro NQ. And yes, I specifically would recommend trading the micro markets, because the margins are are lower. Okay, the margins are lower. Gosh, please forgive me. On the micros than they are for the full-blown E-minis. And if you only have $1,000 to trade with, I would definitely not start trading the E-mini markets. But I'm not here to tell anyone what to do with their capital or their money. But the micros will allow you to grow a small account of $1,000, all right, over time, versus you take one hit on a E-mini, okay, contract with $1,000 account. You're more likely going to blow that account fairly quick. Okay. So please, I recommend to anyone out there watching this to trade the micro accounts. Now, when it comes to like courses and things of that nature, I don't know of any, guys. I basically trained myself. And this is the reason why I started this platform, using this, these videos, using this platform here on YouTube, is to share the way of actually how I trade. It's very simple way of doing so, just surrounding supply and demand. And to all those that trade supply and demand, you know that it's also universal. But some people trade a little different than others. But again, the way I do it, I break things down. It's not complex, very simplistic. So spend some time on the channel and watching the videos. If you have questions, you can always reach out to me over in the Discord if you want to, and DM me. That way, no problem there or issue there. But I'm not here to steer anyone in any particular direction. You have to find something that's going to work for you, a system that's going to work for you. Devise a good trading plan for yourself that's going to outline, everything for you. And yesterday I covered a great video on discussing trading plans and going in detail possibly what you would want your trading plan to kind of look like, meaning the bulleted points of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of different elements or things, components inside that trading plan, which you may want to write out for yourself. Those are personal things, when it comes to plans. I wouldn't recommend just taking someone else's plan and making it yours. You have to figure out, because everybody's going to trade differently, in a sense of when they trade, how much capital they have to trade with, how much they're looking to risk. the times they're actually going to be looking to trade, the contracts or the markets that they're looking to trade. You have to figure those things out and make it part of your trading plan. That's why it's more personal than anything when it comes to trading. So, but I don't offer a mentorship program because everything that I have and discuss is right here on the channel if you spend time watching the video content. And that's why I talk about the Elite Membership Program, because people always ask me, how can they become part of that? It's very inexpensive. It's only $6.99, but you get a lot of value out of it. And the number one thing you get out of it is understanding the strategy, okay? And when I break it down in all these or through all these trade breakdown videos. These are trades that I've taken that I posted over in our Discord community. It will walk you through the setup so that you understand how to take trades just like this. Where to place your stop loss. Where to place your profit target. Walking you through market structure, just my mindset of what I was looking at, and in relation to the trades themselves. But you also get the video playlist and a great video again that I talk about market structure. Okay, $6.99. The link is down in the description portion of the video for anyone that's interested in joining. Okay, but outside of that, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about was. Just if you have saved up $1,000 right now and you're ready to start trading today, please, I wouldn't just drop that money into my account yet, especially if you are just researching right now or in that mode of researching to figure out, what to do to walk you down that path to see if it's something that you're interested in doing or not. Educate yourself first. Understand and see if you can understand market structure and price action. Spend some time actually on the chart. Pick a market, not several, but pick one particular market. And once you learn market structure, then spend some time on the chart, in simulation or in demo. Yes, you're going to need to figure out what platform you're going to use. Okay, again, I use AMP Futures as a broker, and they offer a variety of platforms using them that you can actually trade from. I'm not sponsored by them in any kind of way. I'm just telling you who I particularly use. But as far as platforms of choice, I use NinjaTrader. If you're going to AMP, you're not going to be able to use NinjaTrader. I'm going to tell you that now. Again, NinjaTrader is a great charting platform, and based on what I hear, they offer a great brokeraging service as well, and the rates are very competitive in the industry when it comes to trading futures. They have some of the lowest in the industry. I just don't use them as a broker because I'm one that likes to stick with what is working. Okay, if it's not broke, then why try to fix it type thing. And I've been using AMP forever, and I just like their service. And I just want to say this: don't make things so complex for yourself. Just choose one thing, okay, and stick with that. Just choosing one instrument, okay, one strategy, all right, one system, okay, one platform, and just kind of just working through that process. All right, if something doesn't work for you over time, then you can say, okay, I'm ready to try to maybe learn something else. But give things a shot, all right, because just because you fail a few times doesn't mean that a system doesn't work. Understand what I'm trying to say there, all right? Don't start jumping around. I'm telling you, I see people doing it all the time. They start pointing fingers and, oh, this doesn't work. Let me go try this. Oh, this doesn't work. Let me go try this. It's like they're looking for something to happen overnight, and it's not going to, because the problem is probably them, all right? Systems do work. You just got to spend time in learning them the correct way. And before I jump off here, I just want to say this one thing. Be realistic with yourself. If you're looking to get into trading as a scapegoat, and you really don't have any interest in doing so, I say stop right now and please don't do it, okay? Be honest, because everything we do in life, we want to have passion about it, all right? If you're not going to be passionate about it, maybe you're going through the educational component process right now and trying to learn. And then maybe you start to figure out, oh, this is just not for me. Then just cut it right then and there, okay? You have to be honest with yourself. If you're not passionate about something, then why pursue it? Because eventually you may get like burnt out, or maybe you're going to look at it and say, this wasn't for me. I wasted time. And that's something that we don't want to do, is having to be look back and say that was a waste of time. You want to love what you do each and every day so that you can move forward and learn from it, okay? So that way you can become better and perfect the craft even better over time. So that's the key, which that's what I'm really going to leave you with today. For anyone who's just looking to make a quick dollar and turn it real quick, you are more than likely going to maybe win once, or twice, and then the market's gonna take everything from you. I don't know why. That's just the way it's kind of rigged. Okay, until you understand the correct way to trade, then you're gonna be spinning wheels, and you're gonna continue throwing money into this business or into trading like it's a slot machine, like most people do when they go to Vegas. At some point, they may be up, and then they lose it all. Okay, so if you want to really hit the jackpot and you really want to make consistent profits on a daily, learn a good system. You can watch the videos here in this channel. The system works, but you've got to put the time in. The same time you put in that 9 to 5 that pays you an income or pays your bills for you, you're going to have to do the same thing. This isn't something you're going to learn overnight. This is a business, all right? And understand this. You aren't the only component or the only element in this business. There are bigger fish that move this industry. Okay, so you're just a small item in a great massive ocean that is looking to be eaten. Trust me when I say that. Outside of that, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you found some value in this video. The topic of basically letting you know, where to actually start from, how to start, in a sense. I'm not going and showing, flashy information online. I'm just laying it out to you as real as possible, letting you know, yes, it's realistic, but you have to have realistic expectations and goals in doing this just as well. But I'm giving you the tools and let you know some things that you're going to want to try to figure out and research on your own. And I talk about a lot of the information right here on this channel. So again, if you only have $1,000 to actually trade with, I would highly recommend trading the micros. Okay. Understanding market structure. You've got to master that component no matter what it is, what market you want to trade. I don't care if it's options or Forex or a stock. Market structure will help you down the road in trading the right way. Okay. You need to pick a great platform. It's all about, again, we're talking about minimizing our fees so that we can maximize our profits in the end. Okay. That's all I have, guys. I appreciate it. If you please would go ahead and take the time. If you're not already a sub, click on that sub button right now. Subscribe to the channel by clicking on the sub button. Make sure to turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss any other uploads here on the channel. If you're interested in becoming an elite member, the link is down in the description portion of the video, just as well as the Discord. But that's all I have. Appreciate it. Take care. And before you click off the video, guys, please do me one big favor. Click that thumbs up button. Please like the video. I definitely appreciate it. It helps get the information out to other individuals that are on the platform or researching information as well. Again, I have tons of great valuable content if you just spend some time watching the video. Take care. Have a great weekend. See you in the next one.